Hi everyone, it is time for a daily pattern. Let's go to pattern-collections.com and scroll down to find today's pattern in pattern focus. And today's pattern is KatieQ. Alright, so KatieQ looks like sort of a flowery kind of a thing. Zoom in just a little bit. So first thing we're going to do is do a line of small circles. And then coming out from that line of small circles, we're going to make like a triangle of more small circles. So just, you know, this one had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 4, and then 3, and then 2, and then 1. Right? That's the easiest way to do it. So just fill in the middle, like you know, you would set up bowling pins. And then on the outer edge, make some teardroppy shapes, like that. And then draw a stem with some leaves. Now, down here, the stem and the leaves are completely different in the sample. So you can do your stems and your leaves however you want. And look at, these are cute. They did just 3, and then 2, and then 1, and then have little things sticking out there. So your little, and then this one, drew it going this way with the triangles going this way, but then they have it coming up this way. So you can do them however you want. And then just draw some sort of leafy bits there. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. Let me turn on my light. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's nice. 6. Trying to get get used to where to turn the light on. I've already drawn my string. You know, this week's string kind of looks like a B, the letter B. Although it doesn't have to. It could be, you know, this way or that way or that way. That doesn't have to be this way. It's just that's the way I saw it. Trying to think how I would use that string to manage my composition. I'm going to use this sort of like a horizon, like a bottom. Alright, we're just going to go for it here. Let's put one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My table's all squeaky again. We're at 56% humidity today. I have noticed that the more humid it is, the more squeaky my table is. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 1. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 1. That's it. I think I'm going to do these little clusters on my page first, and then decide which direction I want the little petal things going and which direction I want the little leaf-like things going. I'm going to do that. I'm going to make this one bigger. Like that. That one got a little away from me. I was not as consistent with my circles, but that's okay. You know, flowers are more of an organic thing anyway, right? I'll put one here. Little one. And maybe one over here. Maybe it'll go this way. Like that. And maybe one here. Maybe one here. Maybe one way up here. Okay, that works. I feel like I'm a little close, but... And then I'm going to decide that this is the bottom, this is the top, because the little petal things kind of look like they need to be going... We're just going to draw some teardroppy petal-like shapes. As many as you think it needs. So I finally got me a new phone. Oh, that other phone was driving me crazy. Absolutely nutso. This weekend, it just got to where I just couldn't stand it anymore. I've been getting where I have to pull the SIM card out and reinstall it in order to get internet when I'm out to get my 4G or even 3G, even 1G. I don't know if there's such a thing as 1G, but you know what I mean. To get any internet connection at all when I'm not at home on Wi-Fi, I had to keep pulling the SIM card out. And then it was sucking my battery. So Saturday, it lost internet and I couldn't get it back no matter what I did. I pulled that SIM card out, I don't know how many times, 4 or 5 times. It just would not connect to the internet no matter what I did. And I thought, well, no, no big deal. I just, you know, I was in the car for 3 hours. So hoping to spend some time playing some games, but that just wasn't happening. So, okay, I'll just put it in my pocket, not worry about it, right? Well, my battery died within an hour, maybe 2, completely dead. It was very frustrating. And it's been doing that. It's been some days at work I can go all day, no big deal. I can manage just fine. For the whole 8 hours and come home and still have lots of battery, you know, still be at 50 or 60%. And then other days, battery runs out in like an hour. And my phone would get really, really hot in my pocket, which scared me because, you know, that whole thing with phones and batteries. Yeah, I did not want a battery that was getting hot in my pocket. That was just not good. I was hoping to wait until usually in August or September, or even November, December, they come out with all those new phones for getting ready for Christmas, back to school, that kind of thing. Phones tend to come out at in the last quarter. So I was hoping to wait until the newest Samsung phone came out, that Samsung 8, whatever it is, that my son's been waiting for. I was hoping to wait till that one came out so that the others would go on sale, but that wasn't happening. Okay, I like this little field of flower things. What was it called? KatieQ. I'll just sign out. I'm going to erase all my pencil marks and give these little guys a little bit of shading, just a little bit. So I'm getting used to my new phone. It works slightly differently. My son says that, you know, I was many generations back on software. So it's just going to take me a little bit to find where they've put all the things. Although there are some things I really like about this new phone. And I'm sure it's the same as everybody's new Android phone. It's probably a function of the new software for Android, not this particular phone manufacturer, but I like it. Some things, but what I like most seems to be that it's holding its own on battery. Of course, I've only had it a couple of days, but the camera's working really well. It actually turns on. That was the other thing. You know, I love taking pictures, and I pretty much stopped using my phone to take pictures because you know, I'd push the button to turn on the camera, and then it would be like do 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 do. You'd have to wait and wait and wait and wait, and finally, when you just about given up on having the camera come on, it would decide to come on. But meanwhile, it would have frozen up everything on the phone and nothing was working. Yeah, it was bad. And it would do the same thing if I tried to then view a picture in the gallery. That was always an issue. It wouldn't come on, it wouldn't go off, it wouldn't, I think it wouldn't release the program, so that it was constantly sucking resources. Even when I would tell it to close all, I don't think they were really closing. And so if I used my camera at all for any reason, like I would use it at work to take a photograph of the schedule, right? And I knew that the day that I took a picture of the schedule, my phone battery I would only have about an hour. After I turned on my camera, I would run out of battery, even though I had told it to completely turn off. I went in there. Yes, I know how to close them all, force them closed. It was still sucking my battery dry. So I will be interested to play with this phone and see. Hopefully it doesn't do that. But you know how it goes with a new phone. Even though my contacts and everything, that's been real nice to have your contacts all automatically. Last time I upgraded, because you know I don't get a phone every season like my son does. He likes getting new phones whenever there's a new one. Seems like, anyway. But my previous phone was my son's phone from like 3 phones ago. Or 2 phones ago. No, well, he had that Samsung one that they recalled. So he had to go back to his previous phone before that. Because he was going to give me his newer old phone. But he ended up having to go back and use that one again. And so I stayed with this one. So I guess it was his 3rd phone back. This one. And that was my upgrade from my old flip phone to this one. Is my that phone was my first smartphone. So I don't get phones very often. And this is only my 2nd new phone. Because the one from my son, I don't consider new. It was well used before he gave it to me, but he figured, you know, Mom, you don't use your phone that much. And I don't. I agree with that. I don't need the greatest phone in the world. I just need one that works. My son, however, he does everything on his phone. I do everything on my computer. He does everything on his phone. He hardly turns on his, well, he turns on his computer to play games and his big computer upstairs. And he, you know, works with computers daily. But he uses his phone for everything. I'm not much like that. Anyway, well, look at there. There is KatieQ. That's looking pretty good. I think that was easy. It's too representational of flowers, so, you know, it's not a Zen tangle. If you took away the stems and just used this part elsewhere, it could be considered a tangle, but the stems part makes it look like a flower. I might try just using this bit in some other pattern though, in a different type of tile. But of course I like to do these as mono tangles, so as much as possible. So there you go. That's KatieQ. Hope you've had a good day. I will see you tomorrow. All right, bye.